All right, everybody, what's going on? This is your boy Tig for Project Open Mic once again. We're back at it. This is the side chat where we talk about everything. Of course, for those who are new to the program, because we have more platforms that we've been spreading. We're going worldwide, baby, with this. Let me put my lovely mug on the screen and talk to the people. So we're going worldwide with this. So I want to give a shout out to the new platform we have. We have Nico that's streaming in Japan right now. Shout out to everybody there. We also have Uplay. That's another one that's in Europe. And we have those are the two new video platforms we have. Of course, we still have Facebook, Temper FM, Twitch TV, YouTube, locals. Hey, thank y'all, Rumble, and of course on the audio platform, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and of course Anchor. So with that said, let me introduce the guys in, and then we talk about it's Friday night, so let's talk about anything we have what's on the mind. Of course, a lot of people want to get into the stuff last night. Again, last night was a good video. I apologize for a mistake that happened at the beginning, but fixed it, and I will re-upload a new one to YouTube and Temper FM, and also the audio will be fixed as well too. So with that said, let me get to the fellas. Let me sort of get going here. All right, there we go. All right, let me go. Kanoshi, you there, sir? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. To a certain group of people out there, you get what you deserve. It's time to take your medicine. And no, you're not going to get sugar and make it go down easy.
Oh, okay. I got to ask you what that kind of person is if they're in that regard. All right.
I'm talking about all these transgender men.
Maybe the Transformers.
The Transformers.
Let's go with that. Some of the Transformers and the Decepticons.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Trip, how you doing, sir?
Hey, konnichiwa, minasan. And that's the extent of Japanese that you're going to get me from tonight. But hey, there's the Caribbean man with a British accent that has the American mindset. And boy, do we have some stuff going on tonight.
All right. Anderson, are you back? If not, just let me know.
Yeah, I'm back and I'm fresh.
Fresh and clean. Okay, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Yeah, doing better since I took a shower. Just 'cause you look like ass doesn't mean you should smell like it. But I live in California, so that might soon become a memory.
And that's the freshness we're talking about.
Yes. Oh man. So yes. Okay. So the crew is here. So we talk about stuff. So I'll let anybody have a topic to blast off, because again, right now we have 6,200 people in the building again. Hopefully it's going up quicker and quicker. So all right, keep on going.
So here's a topic. Like I said before. Let's see.
Yeah, forgot how to use it carefully.
What's her name? Pam Thomas, Leah.
Leah Thomas. Yes.
Leah Thomas.
Yeah.
Won the 500 yard freestyle at the NCAA Women's Swimming and the Diving Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just find it kind of funny. That a lot of your feminist type have been forever fighting, alongside with the Skittles group, and now they're getting a little taste of their own medicine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it was crazy because like I said, it's weird that you will go for a male that's be a female, which they have the right to that. I don't care about that, but it's unfair to go into sports and do that. And you saw the stand-ins? Like, she was by herself, Leah Thompson, by
Oh
themselves.
yeah, that
And
picture.
and the third and the second and third were all one on
We're
one
all
end of the grouping on the other end of the podium. Like if you're for women, be for women. But what is that? That's so weird.
I mean, I mean, the whole discussion started. Well, it might not have started, but I remember, started hearing about it with the whole bathroom situation.
Yep.
Oh, we know a certain idiot who was on that. Never mind.
It started that, and again, and both sides messed it. Well, in my state messed it up because what they did in North Carolina. The reason we have the governor we have now is because the Republican governor we had tried, he stopped the bill that it was going to do. Okay, that was cool. But then he added up and did something stupid. I'm like, you can't do that. And then people just like, nope. And they got the corporations in and basically
I mean,
kicked out.
if you thought it was gonna, did you think it was just gonna stop with bathrooms?
Of
Nope.
course
No,
not.
I don't think so. But again, we saw what happened with the thing that happened in Loudoun County with the kid, with the young man did that to the two little girls in in those schools, which is horrible. And that's why we got Youngkins got in other than the other one because of that. Literally, that's the only reason Youngkins got in, because the Democrat at the time told them that parents should not know what we're teaching their kids. I'm like, what? What you say now?
Shouldn't
I should not
me
know
as a
what my
parent
I
should
should
not
not.
know what the kids would learn at the school? Heck no.
That's why that bill. That's why the media is lying about the bill down in Florida.
Don't say gay, Bill.
There's nothing about gay in the bill at all. Nothing.
Thank you.
I read the bill, just like the bill for Georgia. Where they're like, oh, it's black people. Read the bill. The bill had nothing to stop black people from voting. Not at all. But the one the one in Florida is basically, you should not teach sexual stuff to kindergarten and 3-year-olds. Why? Why do they need to know that? That's what the bill is. Stop. Don't do that. And parents should also know what's going on with their kids medically and stuff at schools. I was like, I've seen some schools, teachers and stuff like, again, right now, I'm telling you, a lot of parents is waking up to this nonsense. And they're like, okay, if people in San Francisco was kicked out their school board, you already know this is people waking up to this bull crap.
Was the recall successful in San Francisco?
Yeah, they got rid of the school board.
Oh wow! In San Francisco, it's over.
Yeah, it's
It's over
crazy.
for these people.
Yeah, it's only just beginning.
Yeah, but it's the beginning. But there's a lot of parents are standing up now to these teachers and basically the teacher union, mostly that, and tell them, nah, I need to know what the hell you're teaching my kid, and don't teach that CRT crap either.
Even the San Franciscoites are like, nah, we're not down with this nonsense.
I know. I was surprised. I laughed because when Mayor London Breed said, "Yeah, this is blah 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 blah," I'm like, please. A couple years ago, you were praising this school board, but because you want to be in a right, as they all say, as you said, Konoshi, man, that bus look a little empty.
Yeah.
Let me throw some people underneath there. Oh no, it got more space in there. How about you? Yep. She threw them under the bus like they were a piece of trash, or like a body from an Italian mafia. Hey, go, Julie, come with me. Go. Okay, we ain't got a problem with Julie no more. We could do what we want to do.
Useful idiots.
Yep.
Yeah, useful perverts.
Let's go with craziness right now. Okay, we got to keep certain talk a certain way. But yes, but that I get what you're saying, and like I said, that I like how DeSantis handled when the reporter like, what about? He said, what was the bill about? What was the bill about?
Oh my
Did it
god.
says gain there? No. Okay then. What's the bill about? Well, you shouldn't teach sexual to who? To who? To kindergarten and 3-year-olds. Okay. Why are you telling
Minor.
lies? Why are you telling lies? I like how he did that. He exposes them because they got a narrative.
And a narrative people are too quick to follow.
Yep.
Because they can't read.
Well, it goes with something last night with the whole reading part because again, I'm seeing we're up to 13,000 people right now. So we talk about because I read an article. I swear, people do not read the articles, and you guys know I've been saying this from on my gaming channel. Do people read the articles before they publish it because they sometimes debunk their own thing before they even get out there?
Yes.
I was like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Oh, this is a great thing for EV cars. EV cars doubled it from last year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people get rid of combustible cars. Apparently not, because there's still 92% of cars that were sold last year were combustible cars. What are you talking about? And I like how they did that lie. They did a lie in that thing when it was like, oh, it's 4% of cars, 4% of EVs sold last year. Looking at the numbers. Oh no, half of those cars was hybrids. And when you read when you read an EV hybrid, what does it have? A combustible engine.
Combustible engine.
I was like, man, you guys are so full of crap.
Yeah, going full green in what? For the next 10 years? Yeah.
We talk about California being like, we don't want people to charge your cars.
I didn't talk about
it's too much for the grid.
No, I didn't talk about that last night, but it kind of works into what I just said last night with the grid and everything because we don't have the battery. I did say about I did talk about California, how they make so much energy. They're basically paying Nevada and Oregon to take the energy from them because they got too much energy. I'm like that. Wait. You got green energy and you're selling it to other people. You're not buying it. Who comes up with this?
I mean,
only California would do that nonsense.
Yeah.
And then I want to one of the stories I did last night. I want to find out what happened to that guy. What happened to that guy that swam in the Blue Lagoon? I want to know. The damn article did not say nothing. I want to know what happened.
Oh man,
we can guess.
Well, you can guess.
Is he alive? Is he dead? Is he in the hospital? Is he
gotta be in the hospital because that thing's a toxic as hell.
Detox.
You ain't detoxing that. You are not detoxing all that chemicals out of that. That thing is that water is super toxic. So I don't know how that. He was mentally messed up. He was mentally messed up because somebody must have dared him to jump in the water. That is stupid.
Maybe he was doing it for a TikTok video.
Well, that's what the article was saying last night for influencers and stuff. Yeah, that's what it said last time when I read the article. I'm like, but it's toxic water, you idiot. Okay.
I'm like,
All right.
I'm like, if they tell me that body of water is toxic, I'm going to test it first before I jump in.
I didn't want to test nothing. I know what it is. It's famous for a reason, and you know what it's famous for. That's why the police had to dye the water black, because when it was blue, I will admit, I showed it last night. It looks like the waters for the. It looks like the waters for the Caribbean. It looks inviting.
Yes.
But inviting to your death.
What's in the water? Some kind of top?
It's one of those things like it's like Corey. The waters there is like, chemicals. Basically the pH level is as high as Clorox, bleach.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, people, we are in a time where people were ingesting Tide Pods. So at this point, nothing is off the table.
Oh, trust me, I said that last night. I did that too last night. I said I don't encourage it, but I don't disencourage it either. That person jumped into that pool. I think he's trying to get out of the gene pool. Let's not help him. Let him do that. If I was an officer and he was legit to the firefighters who helped pull him out, I wouldn't even. I was just right there, just like, Hey, Tay, you gonna do your job? No. You want to jump in? Let him stay in there.
I'm like, how am I going to do my job when this person is literally chained himself?
Well, he didn't chain himself.
In the house, engulfed in fire, and tell me to not go and help him. I'm like, okay, who am I to not
Oblige.
Yes.
Hey, all I know is he jumped in the water voluntarily, and if I was a firefighter, police person, I ain't doing nothing. Wait. Let me get it straight. He jumped in. He jumped in by his own accord, and I'm gonna go and put a protective suit. Yes, but still, I have the chance that I might fall and try to pull this jackass out of the pool and die. No, the hell no. I quit. Y'all can do it. I don't care. I'm not doing that. There's nothing in the police handbook that says I got to do that.
Exactly.
Question though, was the dude brown or black?
No, it's white guy. This is
Okay.
UK.
Okay, then it's fair game.
That's
you might be right, Anderson. He might have been doing being racist to the pool of water.
Yeah, because the pool of water is black. You're right. People are stupid. All right, you play stupid game with stupid prizes. I just want to know what happens to his body. That's like freaking. I just want to figure that look. That's all. That's all. I'm not trying to be grotesque, and I want to, like I said, why did you do that, and what happened to his dumb ass? That's all I want to know. I don't need whatever, because again, I've seen the video of the woman when the woman, sadly, because I've seen some grotesque videos in my life, and one of them was when that lady threw acid in that guy's face, and what happened to his. I was like, oh, Two-Face ain't even. That wasn't even Two-Face. That's worse than Two-Face. You got that situation, or the one video I have
some guy got his heart ripped out.
Yeah, that one was not good by what's the gang in MS-13. Yeah.
Man, that reminds me of that scene in that RoboCop film.
Yeah, but you see, that's a scene. This is real life, and that's what's like, oof. Human beings are brutal.
Hey,
brutal creatures.
You know what they say? What was it? Art imitates life.
Ugh. Got you. All right, no problem with that. You said you had stuff to talk about, Trip, because I don't want to accidentally take over like I did last time with the chat and see what's going on. So, what else you want to bring up?
Yeah. Even though this is like 3 weeks old, but I guess since the ongoing stuff that's happening in Ukraine, this is still a hot topic. Hot topic. And boy, it's a hot topic. Cause shout out to Alba and Priest, because I've seen this part of the news that mainstream media don't want to show. Apparently, while the war was going on in Ukraine, there's some refugees that was basically running away, and I'm guessing they were going to Poland.
Yeah.
And but there was this footage that made me go like, okay, why are they doing this? As in, there's Caucasians, women and children that were passed, they were let through in Poland. But apparently, if you are African descent, you are being bought and by soldiers. And it doesn't matter if you are women, children, or even men. In African descent, they're not going to let you through.
No, because you're not a citizen of Ukraine.
Yeah, and on top of that, the soldiers they were stopping these individuals. At first, I thought they were Polish soldiers, but nope, they
Right.
were Ukrainian.
Yeah, I talked about it last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
all right.
No,
Now,
I talked about it. What happened was again, most of the Ukraine soldiers asked them, "Hey, you guys are in this country, whatever. Will you guys fight with the country?" They say no. So like, oh, okay, good. Citizens, you go first. You go ahead. We immigrants, we don't. I don't know. We don't know who you are. Bye. Sorry. And then the African nations that had, like I said, Nigeria and all this stuff in there, that have their embassies, whatever. Them fuckers was like, oh,
oh yeah, they're like,
bye bye, we're gone. They don't care about their people, so no.
yeah, I'm like, wow. Um, those African embassy, man, they make China look good because at least at least China was telling their citizens, hey, you are on your own.
Yep.
And
But that's
give that
but like I
warning.
said in the video 3 weeks ago, you always are on your own. Well, I don't get why people. I've said it. I said today. You're on your own as a person, okay, including if you're a black person, and take it as is. It doesn't mean that you gotta be racist or whatever, but you are brought into this world by yourself. You're gonna die by yourself.
So
Okay. Bye. You have to take it. They asked a lot of African men to fight in Ukraine because most of them was over there because they were going to doctors and school because it was cheaper than in UK, and they said no. Okay,
yeah,
if you're not gonna fight for the country that you came over, whatever. And again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or good thing. I'm indifferent in this one. But you're gonna suffer the consequences of they're gonna take care of their family more. They're gonna I'm gonna take care of my family before I take care of any stranger coming to my house. Just human nature.
and on top of that, I don't know how I did not know about this, but apparently some parts in the Ukraine, and especially if it's uh, under the government, um, some of them are Nazis as well.
Yeah, the I can't pronounce their name.
Yeah. So
Yes,
go ahead, Kenoshi.
yeah, they're a Nazi group that's part of the Ukrainian military. They got uh, the Black Sun emblem on their uniforms, and it was a group that you were not allowed to talk about on Facebook, but because of everything that's happening in Ukraine, now you can talk about them.
Which is amazing. But I digress. Now, maybe something that you might you might actually like hearing this, Kenoshi. But okay, all the women and children are okay to leave Ukraine. Well, apparently, if you are a transformer, you're out of the question. Which I'm like, hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you are born male. Now, I I find this quite amusing, even though I shouldn't be amused. But I'm like, okay, all these transformation groups. Where are you at for calling out Ukraine for this? I'm like, hey, all for you, all for you, for Ukraine, but what they're doing to the individuals that you are fighting for? I'm like, you guys are quiet. But I digress. But then there's at that time there was something that there was a TikTok video that I shouldn't be surprised, but I was disgusted at. Uh, that you got this female soldier is basically breaking down in her vehicle. They're saying that I'm afraid that they're gonna deploy me over there. And I'm like,
Oh, you mean? Oh yeah, I saw the video. I played the video. Yeah.
yeah. And in my mind, the reason why I am disgusted by this because I actually wanted to be drafted to be in the Navy, and to hear this sorry excuse of assault. But yeah,
Well, like I said, she got the benefits and get the money and everything, but she don't want to go to the war.
No.
You can't have it both ways. You can't have your
but
cake
yeah,
and F it either. That's why I say you can't have your cake and F it either.
Yeah, because this just because the world's that crazy. Clown World is like a child days before Christmas Day, always peaking and never ceasing.
like you literally enlisted yourself in the military. What made you think that at some point in time you're active when 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 the poop hits the fan and you're going to be deployed? You're going to be deployed. And
Yeah.
me as a civilian, well, dejected civilian, I understand that. Nah. But that but that's all I got.
Got you. Oh, I mean, yeah, like I said it is crazy. I mean, you in the military. That is what about to happen. Just saying. In the
Yeah.
military, that's about to happen. That you're gonna go to that situation.
And I'm like, even if sorry, I'm like, even if you're gonna break down, why the bleeding hell would you film yourself on?
Because, well, remember she was. Remember when
Get
she was.
sympathy?
No, remember when she was getting the money, she was twerking. So hell, come on,
Uh, uh,
come
oh yeah,
on,
yeah.
come on. Let's be honest about some of this stuff now. So I got you. It's just weird how that situation go, and I'm gonna tell you right now. For the first time, like this, for the first time, because I was listening to some stuff this week, and I have to admit, I'll say this before we because again, I'm going to the going to the chat.
Oh boy, there's gonna be some big roasting tonight.
I think I'll be roasting. Nah, I ain't gonna be the roasting in the chat. But my thing is this: is like for the first time, I really am scared a little bit, and I'm not talking about like fully scared. I'm just like worried. The three most powerful people in the world are incoherent people. That's the scary part.
Yeah. Xi Jinping.
Biden, no, Xi Jinping is not incoherent. No.
Oh,
I'm talking about
oh, you're
Biden,
talking about
then Kamala
Kamala
Harris, and then Nancy
Yeah.
Pelosi. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my goodness.
Yeah, who's the real president?
I don't even know.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. And all three of them can talk, and all three of them can't. I mean, Kamala Harris once again when she went to was it Romania or Romania, and she did that stupid laugh that she cannot help do.
Well, Kamala's just stupid. And then you have
I don't think
Nancy
she's
and
stupid. I think
Joe.
she's just intelligible. I think she's
Yeah.
intelligible.
Intelligible.
She doesn't.
How about that non-answer that she gave?
Oh, I know the answer. That's why I said she's unintelligible. I don't think she's stupid. She knows how to play the game and how to get what she need to get. Because again, remember, she ain't got to the vice president office by not knowing how to play the game. Even went as a person said, didn't went horizontal, get vertical.
No.
Now that is some game.
Okay.
She climbed the pipe ladder.
Yep. Yes,
The ladder of pipes.
She climbed that magical beanstalk.
Yeah.
But she again, who I brought this up in past videos. When you look at Kamala Harris and you ask her questions, as soon as she does that stupid laugh, there's two things will happen. She can't answer the question or she's about to tell a lie. It's such a telltale. You can't have that tell like that.
Yeah, she doesn't have a poker face.
At all. Biden don't have one either, too. But Biden did that stupid smirk and wink. Like, what the? Like,
Well,
what?
yeah. I mean, he's always been kind of known as a bit of a dope, and even when he, yeah, even when he had all this
Obama didn't want him.
Oh, no. They didn't want them, but hey, they won. But still, it's just weird how that situation happened. And that's Pelosi. She's just pure evil. She's
Man,
just evil. Because I know a lot of people didn't like that. When I played that clip when Nancy Pelosi say that, I was like, and she, like I said, sometimes I tell you, these people tell you the truth. They tell you, they lie, but they also tell you the truth right in front of your face.
Face. Yep.
The report asks, don't you think that Congress and people in government and their families should be barred from doing stock trades? No.
It's like, oh no,
No.
it's a free
It's a
market.
free market. Oh, but when Trump and them was saying it last time, no, it wasn't a free market.
No,
We need to stop that.
impeachment.
Yeah. Remember you guys who try to do the not the Miranda law, the law with the money thing. I forgot what the law was that you have. I'm like, okay.
Oh,
I forgot the name of the law, but you know what I'm talking about because Trump had businesses in other countries and all that stuff. Y'all went after that. But then now when we talk about your money, no, we should not do this. It's a free market, which we already know how much. Again, her husband is I don't understand it. You buying $25 million house. You're in your 80s. Why? Just retire.
Please.
Not even
Sometimes
please.
the power is that addictive. You want to cling on to it until the very end.
A lot of these, yeah,
Look
I don't.
at
McCain, was it McCain and John, the guy for the Democrats, the black guy. Like, you should not be that. We need an age cap. I'm sorry. We need a year. We need a year cap and we need an age cap in the U.S. government.
Yeah, these people are too old.
You should not die.
Old.
You should not die in office. I mean, like of natural causes. You should.
We need a cognition test. You need to be forced to take a cognition test. No ifs, ands, or buts.
In front of everybody. Not behind the scene. Yeah, not behind the scene.
Yeah, it should be, and the information should be public. It's like, well, that's invasive of privacy. Look, you're a public servant.
We would
like start treating you like one.
Yeah, we would like to know that you're actually functioning properly.
They say it's private information, and they got no qualms about knowing every little bit about you.
I got you. It's just ridiculous in that regard. But I'm just saying, Congress and Senate, you should not be no more than the president. 8 years for your ass too. I'm sorry. 2 terms, if anything. Just 2. If you can't do that, 2 terms. You're out. Done. Can't have no more than that. It's crazy.
Yes.
Nancy Pelosi been in there for what? Since 90s. From the 90s, she's been in there. And what have she done other than enrich herself?
She's got that nice ice cream collection.
I've seen a picture. I've seen a picture of her right next to John F. Kennedy. My God, it's hard to believe it's still around.
No, those faceless aren't doing her any good.
No, they're not. She looked like literally, she's the evil, wicked witch of the West.
I'm not.
Including when she got up behind Biden and rubbed her knuckles so creepily. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Heck, the 3 witches, the 3 witches in Hocus Pocus look a lot better than her.
And I'm even surprised that they have a daggone. I'm surprised that they have a new movie came out. I'm surprised.
I think if you look carefully, there might be a couple of iron rods in her back, and Nagato might be hanging out at a tree and a paper tree somewhere.
Yeah.
You wrong for that.
I wonder if that ice cream collection is to tame her burning hell hearts.
Wow.
Or maybe just dessert after feasting on the hearts and blood of children.
That's just the awareness of it, man. I like Jericho Green's version because Jericho Green's like, when she go home and she take off that suit is basically the devil itself.
It's,
But the thing is, she's not all there though. Like,
No, she's also messed up too.
she'll talk in mid sentence and pause for like 15 seconds. Like she can't.
Trip, say your phrase.
just like Biden.
Yeah, say your phrase, Trip. You know your phrase you want to say.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sunday morning.
Oh.
Oh man! Like I remember her talking about a bill, and there was times where I was like, "Is my screen messed up or something?" But no, she'll pause for like 15, 20 seconds. It's like, okay, you need to go, lady. You need to go.
Yeah, those are probably mini strokes.
So, could someone over there tweak the modem? We're losing signal here.
Well, you got to smack her in the back of the head to get her running again.
Yep.
Oh no, that's brutality right there.
We don't condone violence here on the side chat. Oh my goodness, that is so crazy. But yeah, that is just it's just crazy.
Man, I wish I can make that joke about Trump, but
No.
I'm going to keep it in because I don't want to risk this channel.
We got you. Thank you, sir. Oh,
Hey,
well,
we could be
Go
be
ahead.
as clean as soap, and they're still gonna get rid of us.
Yeah. Well, not to a degree, but we'll see. But I'll bring up something that's non-governmental or whatever. I am a proponent now. As I said, I met these guys during my gaming channel, and I'm a proponent of physical copies. And Trippy, I know about. I didn't have to worry. When you sent me this morning, it was not even that you sent me that in this morning. I literally have my coworker said this to me, and I was like, y'all wanted online games. Y'all want these games and not physical games. Okay.
Oh,
That's what you want. That's what you gonna get. Because that thing with Grand Theft Auto, I'm not Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo. He couldn't play a game for 2 days. You just bought a brand new game, and then is that.
and mind you,
The game you can't. There's not an offline mode where you can play the game offline. Damn.
Apparently not.
It's supposed to be like that, but apparently that's not the case. And even in written form, it's like, hey, online is optional. Well, I can't play the single player campaign when it went down.
Yep.
So
Was
the
online
games.
online
advertising.
the online optional portion was basically a lie.
Yeah.
Well, you reap what you sow.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Sony didn't get sued yet.
I think they were dealing with a certain case involving a certain thing. I guess we can't talk about on this channel. You know, too much touchy.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there's been a lot of that. Nvidia, PlayStation,
Activision.
Who else? Activision. Yeah, these guys it permeates the entertainment industry, sadly.
Hey, all of them.
Right,
all of them,
but Kenosha, you gotta remember, most of the entertainment industry is here in California. The land of the weirdos.
I was just about to say that.
Oh boy, you guys are bad. But
you know what?
Go ahead.
Rather being bad than to spill out some lies.
Bad but sexy instead of evil and old.
Hey, come on, man.
No.
Well, I said it isn't the only thing right now, but I'm just surprised. Like I said, this hot game just came out, the 20th anniversary. They blasted it all over YouTube. You've seen it, and then you can't even play the game because the online, internet online stuff. Which again, that's why I'm not for that. That's y'all wanted this. That's what that's I've been saying that on my channel. Y'all wanted this. That's what you get.
Yep.
Yeah, people don't know what they actually want or actually need.
Of course.
Yeah. So
I mean, the
Which is
the
why I
people
have to-
said that probably don't know what it's like to not be in a situation without internet.
yep.
They think, well, we're in the 21st century. Everybody's got internet or good internet.
Everyone has phones. Don't you have phones?
Yeah, I remember that.
Phones, but no job or a house or even shoes and socks.
Exactly.
Yep. But that's the part that is doing that in that regard. So, yeah,
But hey,
that's just
but
like I
hey,
said.
you know what? You know what they say with that great reset?
Well, in the reset, the problem is the stupid part is when people always say, "Oh, yes, progress." We don't see progress. I've said multiple times, not all progress is good. I don't know why people think that.
Yeah.
Rather not all change is good.
Well, no, they use the progress word because a lot of these people like to say, "Oh, you trying to stop progress." You know what to say? Not all progress is good.
Yeah, sometimes progress lands you right into a giant brick wall.
Yes, yes,
Basically.
that is what it is. That's what it is.
Did you guys hear about the police officer? I guess there's a case where a police officer, there's cam footage of it, was
Another guy went, I can't breathe, but he was white, so no one cares.
no, it was a black guy, and he was reported to have a gun, but yeah, the police officer went over to check him. Was like, "Hey, man, want to pat you down?" And all of a sudden, he just pulls out a gun, shoots him in the leg.
Hmm.
Officer ends up shooting the guy, and the guy ends up succumbing to his wounds. But
Wayne.
yeah, guess there's gonna be no story about it because he was actually armed. So
Please, the others were
Not
harmed
a
too,
big
but
deal.
right now, BLM got their own problems right now because they had one up in the one in Boston or something. She got indicted because she stole millions of dollars. Shocking.
Shocking.
I was surprised. No. Right now, we still have the problem with Mr. Jesse Smollett, which again, the color ain't black, the color is green. Okay.
yeah,
And to Samuel Jackson and PJT Miss Henderson, I'll be nice by saying this. F y'all. What the hell y'all talking about? The frick? They're like, oh, he didn't do nothing, and he was set up and blah. How set? As Razorfish says, the only thing that's sad, the only thing about it is the person who caused just Smollett's person just walked free, which was himself, and he's a crazy person.
I'm like, nah, where's Chris Rock when you need him to make a joke about setting back black people?
He ain't set back no
The
black
next
people. He
20
set back
years.
himself. He's stupid. He's a narcissistic, egotistical person, and when I'm like, when I heard, when I heard that Sam was like, oh, he should not go in jail. Why?
It's a
Cause
setup.
I was like, He want no setup. We have him
No,
dead to rights. We have the video. We have the evidence. This dude is more guilty. This dude is guiltier than the daggone priest with money in the cash being taking it out. What are you talking about?
Now, hold on, lad. Yeah, he's been set up all right. He set himself up. And he set himself up badly.
That's the funny part. If he was slightly more competent, he could have gotten away with it. But he wasn't.
Well,
Yeah,
hell,
it
in the
wasn't-
last 2 years, all these fake, all these hoaxes, majority, and I mean like close to 90% of them, turn out to be fake. Now he was on a bigger level because of what he did, because he was a celebrity and all that stuff. Well, semi-celebrity. He was a D-lister. He was not an A-lister. No C, no B. Like I said, I never heard of him until this nonsense happened.
Until this yes.
Yeah. Hell, I know what Empire is, and he was nowhere close to my radar thinking, okay, who this guy is. Nope, don't care.
Same here.
So, he's a whack job. Point taken.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised to see this. This is basically insanity plea.
Yeah. That's just what it was just set up to be.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna be Clinton?
Well, I don't know, because basically that's who's helped him to keep him out of jail in the first place.
No, I
knows
thought
that
Epstein.
He knows people. He knows the Obamas. He knows the Clinton. That's what, again, it's people who you know. If that was a white person, no, trust me, the media would feed him to the wolves.
Bulls. Oh yes.
Speaking of
Don't spit.
Obama, yeah, I think, several people have the conspiracy theory that he's running the scenes behind the Joe Biden campaign. This is secretly Obama's third presidency, third term. I don't think that's true.
I don't believe that. Whatever. I don't think he wanted. If that's the case, then you want to be a part of it. Like I said, I have put out this call to anybody out there. I've not seen nobody send them to me or whatever. Look, projectovermike@gmail.com is the address. Again, I will get it to the point where I'll put it stuff so you can just hit the link and send stuff or what stuff. But I gotta ask this question. You gotta tell me, and I seriously mean this. You gotta tell me what good has Biden has done. Like I said, I am an objective person. Like I said last night, I do agree with Biden that we should stop taking oil from Russia. I agree with him. There you go. I'm not all bad about him, but I would think I would like to tell his dumb self to open back up the pipeline and please get rid of Jen Psaki. That woman is she's
horrible.
She's a horrible woman. Just a horrible woman.
I may see you next Tuesday.
She's
Why is it?
Yeah. Go ahead, Kanoshi.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like the black woman that always filled in for her when she was gone. Like, she was obviously spouting out the same BS talking points that she was, but at least she was more pleasant to listen to. At least she wasn't
insufferable.
Yeah, because Jen Psaki, when they asked the question, is like, what would happen if we get a Keystone pipeline? They literally had to ask the question straight up there. She's like, well, what would that do? It would supply more oil on the market. What oil?
The U.S. would be independent.
Oil from Canada. Yeah. We get the same oil today as we are before. We need to tell the oil companies to go and get more of these leases open. That's not how it works. Like, sadly, I couldn't do that part of the video last night because of course what happened early in my podcast. It slowed. I had to scrap it because it was like 12 o'clock in my time when I finished the video. So I had to scrap it. But again, the 9,000 leases that she's talking about. Not all of them. It's just land, and these are land for prospects of oil, and not all of these land have oil. And even if you do have oil, here's another part that sucks that they didn't want to talk about. If you have the oil, you need pipeline to pump it away from the oil to the trucks. And who holds that? Who holds the permits for that? The Biden administration. So, and they already said they're not giving them away anyway. So it's like, even if you find oil, you still can't pump it. So they're lying up there. Like I said, she's just being just insufferable.
Oh yeah, you know what? That just reminded me. A couple of weeks back, that my local news was basically talking about that there's some American business that, yeah, there's some American investors that's basically wanting to do business with our oil refinery, and I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds like sounds like a great idea. We're having actually a direct business with the Americans. I'm like, yeah, it was like great deal on both sides. But then when I saw Steven Crowder's video, and basically saying that the Biden administration is trying to make a business deal with Venezuela, and I'm like, okay, kind of makes sense why some American business is trying to make business with us down here. And I'm like, if that's the case, because we've been trying to separate from Venezuela's oil refinery for years, and I'm like, we're going back to this again. I really do hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I got you. Let me just get to some of these things, some of these cuts, because again, it was kind of bad. I don't want to put people out that I tell them to do the chat and it's in there. So we have okay. So it's gonna have to be I can't say that. I'm not gonna say that.
I really want to read these comments.
What? Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, Robert Hubbard from Tampa, Florida. I guess you missed the $22,000 story that the price to face Tesla batteries. Well, it depends on what Tesla you're going for. When I was talking about last night, I was just giving a general. I was going off of Scotty who said 6,000, but that was just for the battery. And then I don't know how much it is. You know, I give half of that to say what the price was going to be. So that's just the situation we have. Krill Justin from New York. Let me see who is. I got an echo coming through. Just making sure. Okay, there you go. It's gone. All right, Krill from New York. Thank you for the truth for information. It's obvious for more people, but it's obvious that. Sorry. Thank you for the truth information. It's obvious for many people, but we don't see this on TV. No, you're not gonna see it on TV. The mainstream media lying like hell. No, they're not. No, they're not.
You'd be lucky enough if Fox would actually mention anything about it. Let's talk to Carlson, but
yeah. Let's see. The Aaron Smith from UK, in London. The more I hear about these electric what? The more I hear about these electric share cars, the more I don't like them. Oh, Norm McDonald, the eternal human. That's what he said. Okay. You quoting somebody. I wish Norm would say something like that. That would be him. Rest in peace. That's true. Let's see. Rashida Robinson, please protect yourself. You're the only people out there who tell the truth what's going on. And I'm like, I'm not the only person. There's many people out there. There's many other people out there. But thank you for tuning into our show about some of our stuff. Carmelo sustained from Italy. Oh, give me a second there. Um, come on, sustained from Italy. I am happy to learn a lot of stuff from you guys. Happy to learn about cars. Happy to learn about the government. You guys have helped unlike some things because I didn't want to think I was a crazy person to only believe in this thing. Nah, the thing about it is
you weren't the only one.
there's a lot of people out there who believe in a lot of stuff, but it's just because one, they're scared to be canceled and stuff like that. And actually cancel me. I own my own company, so go right ahead.
Bring it.
I was like, cancel me because I basically got nothing left over here.
I own my own company, so you go ahead and make a call to TT Records and say, "Hey, fire that tech guy. I'm right on it. I'm right on it. Take you fired. Really? You're hired again."
Hey, don't be like James Gunn right there.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Well, before anything, to the guy who sent that comment, let me quote the greatest line I ever heard, and that's from the Tick. You're not going insane. You're going insane in an insane world.
Yeah, I got you on that.
Man, that's the best. That's the best quote from the 80s.
90s.
I stay correct.
Yeah. Tick was in the 90s. Yeah. Last night I had a great video. He opened my eyes to a lot of nonsense being shoved down my throat. Jerry Goran from New York. No problem with that. That's why I want. Like I said, it was an adult conversation. That's what I want it to be. No bashing, no thrashing, no whatever.
It's just common sense.
No, it's simple sense. A lot of people don't even know that part.
No, I was imitating Fauci, but yeah.
Okay, got you. Seni Sulan from Egypt. Keep spitting out the truth because that's what we watch you for information and revealing and helping us save our money, our minds, and not go crazy. Well,
yeah.
No problem with the thanks on that. Mark Smead from Washington, D.C. Happy that you talked about the stuff last night. Everybody always talk about the good of the green energy, but nobody talks about the negative. And I found that your video last night was balanced because I too want renewable energy, but nobody talks about the necessary evils to get there. Yes. That is right. That is definitely right. Ryan Shaw from New York. Dang, you guys are right about tonight. I just thought about it. The three crazy people who are in charge can really put us in a really major problem if they just speak the wrong way. Yes. And they have, like I said, they're all crazy. Biden, Kamala, and Pelosi.
Wouldn't it be something spectacular to have all three sides of the government being representative of these three?
Don't say that. Don't say that at all.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm giving them too much ideas.
Take it back. Take it back.
All right.
I wish I would like to take it back.
Johnson Daly from New York. I agree with Kenoshi about the Ukraine. Not all the stories have been great or good, but still, I understand why we have a distrust of a lot of things over in that part of the world because of the oligarch and socialism that makes a lot of untrustly people. But take whatever point that Zelensky was not there when Russia was invading back in 2014. Obama did do nothing about that, and now we have his vice president doing the exact same thing. Yes.
Doing a whole lot of nothing.
Exactly the exact same thing. Yeah.
Some bluff. Oh, snap. I actually forgot to mention about some individuals that basically went to Ukraine as a part of a militia to help them. And I'm like, I bid them a good luck, but on top of that, it also made me fear that when all this blows over and they come back, I hope they don't come back as
If they come back.
yeah, like I said,
Well, let's put it this way. Another thing I said why I said this is hurting Russia, because again, say Russia takes over Ukraine, just say he's gonna have an insurgency front on Ukraine for decades. He'll die after before that place settles down again. The
yep,
guerrilla warfare and everything that's gonna happen, it's not like oh, let's be done with it and move over. No. What's
yeah,
happening? What's happening in Yemen? What happened in those countries is still happening now, because of what we did, which was stupid in the first place. But hey, they're gonna have insurgencies for a long time.
right. And this is
And
what I wanted to say.
and as corrupt and I'll say this, as corrupt as how Ukraine been or whatever. Unlike Mubarak, unlike Saddam Hussein, unlike whatever. Again, Zelensky is not hiding. He literally is walking out there with the people. If you want to kill him,
That yes,
go ahead and kill him. But he's not hiding and have a double ganger and all that stuff. He's like, all right. So
with that, I really do give him respect for that. But yes,
that's the only thing I could tell him, because yeah.
yeah, and as I was saying, if these fellows ever do come back, I hope they don't come back indoctrinated like what uh this guest from Tim Pool was basically talking about, the insurgency and the Nazi brigade over there.
Yeah, I got you. But here's the thing about it again. They have, I don't know. I mean, like I said, we'll see what happens when the dust settles. Right now, like Kanoshi was saying, there's a lot of things we gotta be careful what we're doing. Like I don't take in the mainstream news and nothing like that. I mostly just, if I see anything, it's mostly seeing the videos, like I said, CRTVs, cameras from buildings or from the banks or from grocery store, or sadly from the hospital, the last feed of the hospital of the maternity ward that got bombed. That's horrible. That was horrible.
Yep.
And seeing that, so yeah, we'll wait until the war settles out. I just call, like I said, they've been. It just, we'll see what happens, because again, it didn't work out that way. I got this. Jenny Pereira from from basically San Francisco, California. I'm sure your video last night ticked off the EV elitists. I don't care.
I give it a standing ovation.
I don't care.
It needs to be heard.
It's the truth. What I said last night was the truth. And I think about it is the way I did it, which is the way I did the video, which is I'm gonna upload it, because the first 45 minutes the audio was bad, so I'm gonna have to re-upload it to make it sound good for everything. But again, I just talked about, like, we want this. I said we need a balance going in the future. We need gas. We need oil. Okay, we do. We need nuclear. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. We do need nuclear power. That's the cleanest out of all of them, really. We need nuclear power. We need wind power. We need solar power. We need better battery technology. We need all these things. Let's do these things equally and move forward. Stretch out the oil and everything, because that's just what's gonna happen. Because right now, the hydropower, geothermal power, let's use all that. Let's make the right calls and use that. But let's not say, oh, we're gonna do that and take the oil out of it. Too much of the economy use oil. It's, again, and oil is not only because we use it for power, we also use it to make stuff, like I said last night, styrofoam, plastic, rubber,
electronics.
Yes, so let's stop this.
Yeah, can't do a complete halt, Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, and the part about it, like that's why I showed last night. I showed a build. I showed the time lapse of people building a wind turbine. Majority of that was dirty, as according to the green people. Majority of that was dirty energy because ain't no electric cut trucks lifting those cranes and doing all that energy last night. All you saw for 6 months, a lot of people use diesel to do all that stuff. Hey, what about
Yeah.
biofuels? I'm not against none of these powers, but let's use it balance wise and move towards it slowly and greatly, not, you know,
Not haphazardly.
yeah. Don't be like California, who stupidly got rid of their
figure
stuff.
out.
Go ahead, sorry, Colonel Sheep.
Let's figure out how to use the stuff more efficiently too, where there's
Yeah.
not a lot of waste.
Yeah, and like I said last night,
Yeah.
America is one of the few countries. There's others out there. I'm not denying it, but America is the most few countries out there that has the capital to punish people and all punish companies and get better technology. Except if they're in, like I said, I give the caveat, like I said last night, except if the corporation is in the back, have a politician in their back pocket. That's a different story. I'm not stupid. I'm a realist. Cylindra got away with a lot of stuff because Obama was in his back pocket. Okay, let's not pretend. But no, let's use all the energy in that regard to do certain stuff. Because again, that windmill took a lot of energy of diesel to build that windmill. None of that stuff, none of the equipment you saw there was electric. Not a one. And electric does not have the power to lift up those things that the diesel and stuff has. None.
Like it takes a lot of power to use those hydraulics.
And I think about it too. You can't say get rid of oil because, like I talk about it in the what do you call it in the in last night. You need oil to put in the gearboxes for the windmills so you can get the energy. So you still need oil. You're not gonna get rid of it. So it's just weird how they say that. It's oh my goodness. And again, windmills is great, good, but then it's again, you can't put it in high. You can't put it in high wind places because if it goes too high, it burns up and blow up. Of course, you can't put it in places that have no wind because it defeats the purpose. And then, of course, it takes in the air there's a lot of particles. So when the windmill does have to come down or we replace whatever, where are you going to put the fiberglass? There's no recycling for the fiberglass. There's graveyards for those too. So it's not green.
Man, I really do wish that the windmills that we have on this island, when they go down, we don't bring them back.
I'm not saying don't bring them back. I think it's a bad idea to put windmills in the Caribbean because of hurricanes. That's why I showed a video last night with Puerto Rico. Why they lost a lot of power? Because they depend on the windmills. Oh, a hurricane came, destroyed all the windmills.
Windmill.
So you were out of power. I can't say solar because again, solar is the same thing. It's glass. The hurricane come, rip off all the glass, whatever. Let's have a backup generator and all this stuff so we can keep the power on. How about that? I don't know. I'm just saying. Let me get a couple more and then we can call it a night. John Lombo from Texas, from Tejas. We had Doc here where he bounced out from Dallas, Texas. Thank you. I've been thinking about these things for a long time. On top of this, okay, sorry. Thank you. I've been thinking about this for a long time. On top of all this, what would apartment complex be charging? And I explained that last night because not only did I not only give you the energy, the bad side, and the good side, because again, I was not trying to be against it. Also, the practicality side, which I did at the end of the video. If you go back and check out Project Open Mic's episode 67 for those who listen to the audio podcast, whatever, or anything else, check out the visuals of. I went with a guy. I played a video of a guy who went to his normal day of getting electric. He has a Tesla Model 3. Holy smokes! Are you kidding me? He went to a charge 2 station and he was like, "Oh, well, you would get electric $1 an hour or $2 an hour." Okay, that's great. It takes 10 hours to fill his car. I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
10 hours.
No, that's too much. They need some kind of quick charger that lasts for like, 2 minutes or something like that.
There's none
Charge the
there.
battery.
There's none that ever
Yeah, I know it doesn't exist, but hopefully someday, maybe, hopefully within our lifetime, you have an electric car that can charge within like 2 minutes. Like,
Well, here's the thing. The average gas filler from empty to full is about 10 to 15 minutes. You get within that range,
Yeah.
people will be cool with that.
Would be okay with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
yeah,
But hours, that's a problem. Even the fastest charger, which is a Tesla supercharger, it's 40 minutes, give you 135 miles. Now that's not bad. At least you would get places with that. But that still would take a couple hours to fill up your car. And Tesla's ain't and Tesla ain't stupid. In most of the places that they showed in the video last night, you got to max up 40 minutes. They let you charge up the whole thing. They're like, oh, 40 minutes, you're out. Bye.
Yeah.
Get the hell out. We got other people coming in. They're like, we're going 40 minutes, in, out, in, out. And again, they had multiple plugs. Sometimes the cards don't work. Like I said, are we going to get them? As Kanoshi just said, yes, but we're far from that point right now. It might happen in our lifetime, like you said, Kanoshi. You're correct. But that part right there, no. Mark Smith from Mark Smith from New York. Thank you for speaking the truth. No problem. Jack Getterman from Germany. I live in the middle of nowhere, so I'm against total electric vehicles. I think hybrid vehicles would be okay, but I don't think electric vehicle would be a good deal for me. Again, and I like the part that came in too. Like that's why I did the practicality video in the last night's video. If you're in an apartment, what are you gonna do? If you're in a house, not all, like I said last night, not all houses got garages. What are you gonna do? I don't think people talk this out that much. Blair Powell, go ahead, Kanoshi.
I said no. They just they're just too worried about how good it makes them feel that knowing that they're driving an electric car, going to drive an electric.
Again, people could be their own Easter. A lot of these people, these green people, could hide their own Easter eggs because you're right. Some of these people really do know. There's two type of people really out there. Three. There's people out there who genuinely believe this, and I have no negatives against them. There's other people out there who's like, I know this is bad, but I don't care as long as I can get the green, blah blah blah. And then you have those who like they know this is bad,
money.
and they make that. Thank you, Tripp said it right there.
Make money. Oh boy.
That's it. That's all it is. And like I said last night in the video, if we get rid of gas, as Biden said he hopes to say, which never will happen. You don't, as I said before, you don't think the companies will tax the electricity? Of course, the government going to tax the electricity, and then the price of electricity going to go up. And hell, in a video last night, in the ores that's in what do you call it? Was it Nevada? In Nevada, just to get the 1 ounce, the couple ton of lithium. You gotta move 500 million tons of dirt, which is more than all the coal mines in America have to move. That's crazy, and you're not moving it with electricity. Again, check out the video last night. I think you will learn a lot of stuff. Right now, I'm gonna read this person because that's what it said, and I'm tooting my own horn, but thank you, Blair again, Blair Powell from Germany. Watched your podcast last night. Shout outs to there you go, Trip. Shout out for Trip for helping you with the mic issue. Yes, I do. Happy that Trip helped me out of that. But on a serious note, you are a highly intelligent individual. I can't say enough of how much I appreciate the contribution you have done in my life. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. But you don't have to say it like that. It's been hard. It's been difficult to learn from others And in the last 12 years, I couldn't even look up certain things because the media and the media and social media has blocked so many information that's vital to a lot of things that people need to learn about. But upon a friend turning me on to your podcast, and last night's show was very informative because I also was close to buying electric car, and I'm not against it, but you did point out a lot of the practicalities that I never looked at in the first place. So I'm happy to have your knowledge passed on to me, and I am happy to share the knowledge with other people. Great show last night. Blair, you are all right, ma'am. You are welcome. I don't think I'm the greatest now person, but you're welcome.
Heck, there are other YouTubers. There are other YouTubers out
Yes.
there that and they got bigger budget than we do.
Yeah, but again, this yeah. Um Dave Smith from Washington D.C. This is going to be this is going to be an open pit of mine. They will use chemicals on site to separate the mineral materials. They will use large amount of electricity to separate the materials, a large amounts of water. What are they going to do with the contaminated waste? Are they going to just leave it there? Which that's the Blue Lagoon, and that's what I'm all about. The environmentalist group do not want this to be mine, but they want the EVs to make the mine of a lot of people. LOL. But that's what Triple just like what he's saying. There's three type of peoples. The environmentalists, them most of those people they just want the money because they get it from the government. That's why
You know
when
what?
that's why when Jen Psaki said like, oh yeah, they all get all of subsidies. The biggest subsidies go towards renewable energy, the windmill and the solar. Stop it. Stop. Oh man, she's a bad person. She's just a horrible person.
You know what? One of those three people, three types of people. The ones who really do believe this stuff. Yeah, I've met one of them. One of them was my my geologist teacher. Well, substitute geologist teacher.
Okay, I don't think if that he tells you enough. Julio
Yeah,
Canero.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, and just because of the whole the against Trump rhetoric.
okay, well that's it. You just
Yeah,
basically yeah. Julio Carrero from Italy. Lithium cathodes degrade over time. They can't simply be replaced into new batteries. Yes, that's true.
mhm.
JJ Jorgen from Poland. Funny you say that. After listening to your show couple last year, and you called out Kamala Harris's laugh, I have always picked it up now, and it's so annoying. Yes, yes, it is.
Gag gag
She
gag gag gag.
she cannot take a serious question without doing that horrible laugh.
It's like
That's what I said. I said that as what she said, and I said it too. She has no poker face. She has
again,
none.
that is some tell, man.
That's a horrible tell. That's a horrible tell. David Kushner, I'm sure. Let's see. I sure you right. Okay, I sure you're right. The electric way is trying to come into place too fast. Okay. Yeah, which is I think they pushed it too quickly. Again, it's only
Yeah,
2%. It's only 2% of the market. We're nowhere close to a great adoption rate. Nowhere close. And then when I read the article, the guy was like, "Oh, it's 9%. We're making big leaps and bounds. That's great. That's good. Good. You're getting there. I'm not knocking that, but don't talk about it saying that. Oh, but and then I like when the person lied like Ford is getting up there. I'm like Ford. Let me look at it. Let me look at the chart. I just simply Google it. Tesla owns 65% of the market. What are you talking about? It was just so weird reading that article about electric cars from a guy. Again, he's pro electric cars, so I read it and I was like, dude, you debunk your own stuff in your own article.
which is outstanding.
It's so weird.
In a bad way.
Yep. Okay, coming on too fast. I was just listening to someone that said that they have the technology to build a more efficient combustion engine, and that hybrid vehicles are the way to continue right now. It would be decades before we are there for the infrastructure to handle all this hydro. I got you. Yeah, hydro. Doc was talking about that hydroelectric cars as well too. But again, it's a very potent gas as well too. So it has its problems. But I'm not against it. If they can find a way to do it safely and everything, I'm not against it.
Isn't hydrogen highly combustible?
Yeah. No, you're right. No. It is, and that's why I say that. That's why I said it. But hey, I mean, there are hydrogen cars out there and buses out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the thing
right.
about it, the hydrogen buses, they have the power almost towards like gas, so you can lift heavy objects on like electric motors.
Electric motors can't really hold. So you can't. So they don't have electric cranes yet or anything like that.
They have cranes, but they can't lift up what gas and diesel could lift up. They can't. It burns out the motor.
Well, I don't know. The thing about the whole electric thing, after learning about, what's going on with California, it's like, shouldn't we focus on our grid system before we start talking about electric vehicles?
Yeah, and it took decades to build a grid system we have right now. So you think we're gonna just flip it just like that in 8 years? That's the part that came with we're gonna do this in my administration. No, you're not.
I mean, I understand that being the president or being in Congress, you're not gonna know everything, but at least have some sense, some grasp of reality of what is and what isn't. Like, I mean, you can at least do that. You don't need a high school diploma to be able to do something like that.
Most of these people in Congress don't have high degrees, and they're still stupid. So, again, hold on for a second, Joe. Let me play this. He said, Kanoshi said, they should have common sense. You said it's supposed to have sense.
Yeah.
What is that? So I had to play the clip when with my boy going when you said he's sensitive. When he's like, "Holy Jesus, what is that?" Common sense? Come on now. Come on now. Okay.
Well, I want to go back.
Go ahead.
Listen, I want to go back to the windmill. The reason why I said that I don't want them back is because I don't want them to use the very same material that is so toxic that it can't be renewed. I'm like, what? Shut those. When they're about to be replaced, shut them down. Keep them shut down until we find a way to actually use those windmills. That's the material that could actually be renewed.
Or at least have a recycling thing. You can recycle it. Yes. Again, electricity in battery right now, they're doing solid state batteries, which are 10 times better for recharging cycles and stuff like that. But it's not on the mainstream yet. So again, there are technologies that's coming, which is good. Let's get there. I'm not getting that, but to say we're gonna get rid of gas is not that. So I'll basically two more things because this person put in like 2 times, so I'll give it to them. Vincent Skanusi from Poland. Love all your videos. I would never ever buy an electric vehicle. I don't trust them. Okay. I got you, man. You do what you gotta do. All right. I understand that.
Yeah.
And John and last one, John Horacer from London, UK. I'm happy that you're putting the scrutiny on the lithium battery and electric cars. There are big potential costs, and the fact that new electric cars cost more as environmentally cost of fossil fuel goes. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm missing something here. The big potential cost and the fact that new vehicle cars are almost as environmentally costly as environment costly as fuel cars cost. In fact, they should be trumpeted to the skies for the same thing. Um, uh, um, among other things, I wish our government would go full force on building nuclear plants and return to electrified streetcars and bus malls. France is almost entirely on nuclear power for their grid. There is no magic bullet, but we could have made massive strides following nuclear power. Doesn't mean that we doesn't seem to be a political will to this unfortunate future because everybody's scared and does not use that thing that you just call common sense, simple sense. That is true. They don't. They
Yeah.
don't do that at all.
That's about money.
Money makes the world goes round. So, yes, you know what? I want to thank you and thank you for the call. I want to thank everybody out there. We got up to about 21,000. Thank you guys out there for giving us your time again. So with that said,
I appreciate it.
yeah, appreciate you guys again. Remember, share like the lady said, Bree, I think was her name. Shared the podcast. We are on Facebook at TT Records. We are on Project Over Mike on YouTube. We are also on Twitch TV, YouTube, YouTube. For the people down in Japan, Nico, thank you again for your time as well too. Also, Tempo FM. And again, if you're listening to this on Spotify, share it to Spotify. You gotta share Spotify, Anchor. Hopefully, we could get it onto Apple because Apple has a stipulation to get podcasts on there. And I don't like that stipulation at all. But it's Apple. I'm not surprised. But with that said, any final thoughts you have, Kanoshi, as we go?
Clown World, like I said earlier, Clown World is like a child days before Christmas, always peaking and never ceasing.
Okay. All right, Anderson, if you're there, do you have any final words?
Yeah. No.
All right.
One word, short and simple, sweet.
Okay, what about you, Trip? Your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is yes, to the viewers and listeners, yes, we really appreciate that you taking your time to listen to us, because we wouldn't be doing this if things got really out of hand and we would just stay quiet. Nope. It's like we're tired of this. We're speaking it out. And hopefully, all the messages that we will bring out to all of you is something that you people can learn from it.
All right. Well, for me, again, we're growing the platform almost every week now. Hopefully by the end of this week, end of this month, you can go to ttrecords.com. It should be back up. Hopefully that goes. Where you have a link tree, you can go to all these podcast places and listen to us. Again, Anchor, all the places I just listed off. I want to thank you again for giving me your time, your mind, your ears, for listening to what we have to say, open-minded. Yeah, it is kind of rough sometimes, as you see in the comments of people like, hey, it's good that you have that conversation and that you're not taking this by yourself. No. As Trip just said, all of us think about these things as well too. But the platforms are out there. And again, there are great platforms, as you've seen. I give you TFL last night. I give you Scotty Kilmer. If you want to go to certain things to talk about stuff, go and listen to their channels, and they talk about certain things. Because again, I just bring everything together as one thing. They're Pacific channels, of course, but yeah, I just talk about general stuff. And we have the open mind from Kanoshi to Anderson to Doc to anybody else, to Triple M again, to talk what we talk on our minds. And it's refreshing. I know a lot of people out there like it. That it's refreshing just to us have to chit chat and talk. So thank you for giving us your time for that. So remember, catch us again next week. Hold up, wait. Next week, next week side chat ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna be out of the state, so I can't pull that this time. I apologize for that. I just remembered.
Lost.
So sorry about that. Next week Friday, but Project Open Mic will happen Thursday. But next week Friday, yeah, I will be out of the country, so I'm in the country, out of the state, so I'm not gonna be where I can contribute all this stuff. But trust me, if you want to check out podcasts, for those who are new to the thing, go to again Project Open Mic's YouTube. You can catch all the side chats, all the podcasts, and again, we're looking to get other like BitChute and whatever, so you can have another backup to get all this stuff. All right. That said, hope you guys have a good night. Take care of yourself, and get ready for allergy season for you people with the pollen, because the spring's around here right now. So, oh boy. If you have allergies, you better get to the store while inflation is this high. You better go get your Allegra or whatever you need to get for your allergies.
All medicine.
Or get them quick, because it might go fast, or it might be get too expensive. Because right now the Fed's already sitting up. They're gonna kick up the by the end of this week. They're gonna kick up the interest rates. So there we go. All right.
Oh.
Anyway, you know what my saying is. People out there, there's people are stupid, individuals are smart. Please be that smart individual. All right. Peace out and have a good night.